can you test for leptin resistance? Hi, I'm Dr. Allie, an obesity medicine physician, and I'm here to answer this very exciting question that so many of you are interested in. Okay, the first thing that I want to say is that I didn't make up leptin resistance. Okay, it is real, and it is one of the reasons as obesity medicine physicians that we think obesity occurs. Okay, and we also believe it's one of the reasons why obesity is such a complex disease to treat. Okay, with that being said, there is no consensus on how to actually diagnose leptin resistance. Some physicians will do a blood test combined with clinical symptoms, and then some physicians can diagnose it based on clinical symptoms. Okay, so in general, leptin can be tested in the blood. If leptin is elevated, again, there'll be a reference range, and it does vary between male and female. There's a reference range, and if the leptin level is elevated in conjunction with clinical symptoms, then you'll be diagnosed with leptin resistance. Okay, so let me give you an example of clinical symptoms. Okay, so there's a lot of things reported. So some might say low body temperature, low resting heart rate, but one of the things that we see most often is going to be this scenario. Let's say that somebody has obesity and we calculate their basal metabolic rate and the amount of calories we think they burn. And let's say that they burn 3,000 calories a day. Okay? So let's say that we want to put them in a deficit so that they can lose body fat. So we give them a deficit. Let's give them 1,000 calorie deficit just to go ahead and show you what will happen with leptin resistance. So let's say that we calculate that they're burning 3,000 calories a day. So we're going to give them 1,000 calorie deficit. By the way, this is not something I would normally do, but we're going to have them eat 2,000 calories per day for 2 weeks. Okay? So they go ahead, you have their whole meal plan for them. They are diligent. They are good trackers. They are doing exactly as you say. They go home, they eat the 2,000 calories. So technically they should be in this 1,000 calorie deficit. Okay. And they come back and there's no weight loss or there's weight gained. Okay. So you're thinking like, I don't get it. Technically speaking, right? This is what they should be burning. And this is what I think their deficit should be. I mean, I gave them 1,000 calorie deficit and nothing happened. Okay. So we say, that's interesting. I suspect this could be leptin resistance. Okay. So what we do next, let's take them down a little bit more. Let's see where we can go. Let's give them 1,500 calories a day for the next 2 weeks. So they go home, they diligently track 1,500 calories a day for 2 weeks. They come back. Nothing lost, same exact. They're getting frustrated. But you're saying, hey, listen, this is going to be typical of leptin resistance. So we haven't quite hit the deficit yet. And again, why? Well, with leptin resistance, it affects the amount of energy we actually burn. Okay, so a lot of people are wondering, right, the idea on, well, do you need the deficit? What will it actually take to get somebody with leptin resistance into a deficit? Okay, because what will happen, and we've seen this, is that sometimes the calories that they require to actually lose anything, they're going to be so low that they will become unhealthy and develop even more issues. Okay, so to answer the question, can we test for it? We can test for it. Is that how all doctors diagnose it? Not so much. There's no agreed upon way. Okay, and so not every doctor is going to run that test, and a lot of times we go clinically with it. All right, I hope this is helpful. Make sure you're following for more.